Floss Tube. It's Thursday the 30th of September. It's the last day of the month, which once again means it's a Floss Tube video. And like I say every month, it's just flown by. I can't believe we're at the end of September, October tomorrow. So it's very early in the morning, it's just after 9 o'clock. And Charlie's about to come and say hello, and I do apologise for those of you who might, might find it a bit annoying, but yeah, Charlie, in the morning, he's just attached to me. Oh, and here comes his little shadow, Missy, but I don't think she'll jump up. You saying hi? You saying hi? Yeah, I'm just going to purr. Right, we'll try and get through this as best we can. I've got Missy down here as well, because she follows him everywhere, don't you? Yes. So, yeah, so it's been a good month, stitching-wise. I'll show you my journal. And I have stitched every day apart from 2. One of those days I'd been down to see a friend in Bedford for a few days, and that was the journey back day. And unfortunately I didn't think logically when I took stitching down with me. I only took a project that was on 32 count, and it turns out I can't stitch 32 count in a car that's moving because the needle bumps around everywhere, so I didn't have any stitching to do. So we didn't get back till quite late on. So, and then that day, I don't know, it's probably a fatigue day or something, I can't remember. So, but yeah, I mean, that's today. Obviously I've not filled anything in yet because it's only first thing in the morning. The yellows mean finishes. That means I've had 2 finishes, and one's even FFO'd. So yeah, it's been a good stitching month. So we'll start off with the finishes. The first finish, I haven't actually got anymore. It's the one that was FFO'd, and that was the baby sampler that I was doing for my youngest stepsister. She gave birth nearly 2 weeks ago now. Yeah, she wasn't due until 2 days ago, but she was a couple of weeks early, and she's gorgeous, of course. So I immediately stitched her name and date of birth on. I had to play around with the date of birth because the date and September wouldn't fit on one row, and I couldn't put September in the year underneath it because that wouldn't fit either. So instead of doing 2 rows with the date on, I sort of like went in between the 2 rows, and I just did it as she was born on the 19th of September, so it was 19 French knot, 9 French knot, 21. I just had to do it that way. But I FFO'd it. I'd ordered a frame online. I can't remember where I got it from, but if I do remember, I'll put it in the description box below. And FFO'd it and sent it down. And my dad and stepmum went down to visit them, because they don't live around here. So, and she sent me a video of them opening it, and they absolutely loved it. And my stepmom said they put it up straight away in the baby's room. Well, I'm assuming in the baby's room. But yeah, so it was called Love Baby Girl by Bothy Threads. Is it Bothy Threads? Yeah, Bothy Threads. And I'll insert a picture of the FFO now. I had meant to take a video, but I was it was a bit of a rush to get it all done and framed and wrapped and give to my dad, because my dad was coming that afternoon for it, and I forgot. And because in fact the photos aren't brilliant, but it was the best I could do. So, but yeah, so that was my first finish. My second finish was only yesterday. And that was Hello Sunshine by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. The final part was released on the 28th, and I finished it yesterday. So here we go. Sorry it's not ironed. I made all kinds of mistakes in that last part. I just went completely wrong, but you'll never know. But how cute is that little bee? I just think he's the most adorable little thing. And in fact, I'm thinking I might stitch him again, and I thought it might be nice just putting him in a little like 4-inch hoop or something and putting him in my craft room. So yeah, he'll probably be stitched again. He's not right on there. There's a couple of mistakes on him, but you can't tell. So I won't tell you where the mistakes are. But yeah, that's Hello Sunshine. So I've already finished Hello Petal, and I have fully kitted up and ready to go. I've got Hello Pumpkin and Hello Deer. Now what I'm going to do about starting them, because I really would like to get all 4 of them done, is I have some like bed stitching, which on the weeks where I'm working on my Ashley Gardens Haid, I can't take that into my bed to stitch in bed because it's on like the massive frame. So I have some bed stitching. I'll show you shortly what I'm stitching at the moment in bed, because I just like something that's nice and easy. But I think once I finish this other thing, I think I will start probably Hello Pumpkin, I think, as soon as we're, you know, going into autumn, and get them done that way. So that's that. So what did I start? Well, I've just dropped it on the floor, just bear with me. Hang on, back in a sec. Right, I'm back. Unfortunately that's disturbed Charlie again because he's sat just behind you, but I think he'll leave us alone. As long as he's near me, he's happy. So yeah, what did I start? Well, I started this. This is a design by Maloka Designs, who, if you remember the giraffe I stitched a few videos ago, it's by the same designer, and this came in the Caterpillar Cross Stitch Club Box 3. Unfortunately, I didn't take a picture of the club box because I think I was just so eager to get into it I completely forgot, because that was in my haul for this month. I signed up for it just for this pattern, but I am carrying on with it because I really like the one that's coming out next month as well. But yeah, that picture doesn't do it justice, because in fact the colours are quite a bit more well, more pastel-y really than that, but it's only tiny. Just let me move my needle minder. But that is where we are at the moment. So as you can see, the colours are quite a bit more muted than in that. But I bought these 6-inch hoops because I'm hoping that it will fit inside the 6-inch hoop when it's finished. I think it might do. I think it'll be tight, but I think it will do. I am having trouble holding it though because of my fibromyalgia and my arthritis in my hands. Because sometimes a Q-snap can be a bit of a struggle, but you can sort of balance that like on my big tummy and hand over it. But it is a bit of a struggle to hold a hoop. But I really like, I don't know, I just love it. And Megan's patterns are so easy to stitch, you know, they're perfect for a beginner, or like me, I've been stitching for over 30 years, you know, they're nice and simple for me to stitch. And I've just stitched it on the kit 14 count Ada. I think it's coming out beautifully. So that's my bedtime stitching. So I'm hoping that I'll have finished that by the time I see you next month, which means I might have a start on Hello Pumpkin. Yay! So on to my other whips. Leave that there. So no particular order. We'll start off. Oh, I knew I should have got this one out before I started filming. I'm sorry about the light as well. It's a really wet, miserable day here today, and the light isn't the best. I've got the overhead light on, and I've got my the light that I use for stitching with. I have that in front of me. So, but yeah, this is my Sunday stitching. This is the stitch along I'm doing with my friend Hannah. Hi Hannah. Oh, and a special hello as well, because in fact, let me pull my notes up. I'd made myself a note. Completely forgot. Got to say hello to Francesca as well. Francesca is Hannah's daughter, and Francesca is also very crafty and has done some stitching, and she's very good. I think she 8 or 9, Hannah, I can't remember. I want to say 8, but she's got amazingly beautiful, neat stitches. They are wonderful. So hi Francesca, because apparently Francesca was asking when I'd be filming my next video. So yeah, I think she watches with her mum. So yeah, anyway, this is our Sunday sal, which is Long Dog Samplers Death by Cross Stitch, which is being stitched on 32 count silver tassels by Jodrey Designs 2/1, and I'm stitching it with Silks for You PR030 in the most part. The hearts are being picked out with Weeks Dye Works Emma's Pink, and back stitching is being done, I think, with 374 or 375, I can't remember. Anyway, here we are. Oh, and hopefully I will have inserted a picture of where I was last month, but look, it always looks so much better when you see it on the camera. I mean, not that it isn't nice as it is, but yeah, doesn't it look good? It looks so good. But I started doing the back stitching like on page 1, you can see, in these little arrows, and did the, I call it the weird fish vomiting duck who's got overgrown toenails. But I love this one. I think the back stitching really brings that one out. It's gorgeous, and I've just started doing some on there. And have I done that one? Yeah, I've done that one as well. But yeah, and I can tell you, because I'm doing this with Pattern Keeper, I'm keeping a note of the stitches, and this month I have stitched 3,310 stitches on it, and I've gone from, hang on, I didn't put the percentage down of where it was last time, I'm sorry, but I have gone up to 13.66% now. That doesn't include, like, the stitch count, and the percentage doesn't include the back stitching, because unfortunately Pattern Keeper, as of yet, doesn't show back stitching, but we can live in hopes that it will eventually come. So that's that, and that's a Q-snap thing on the floor. Right, next one. Oh, it's the dreaded Saturday stitching. And I've just realised I've left one. Just bear with me. Right, sorry about that. I realised I'd forgotten one of my heids, but I've got it now. Unfortunately, of course, it means that Charlie's moved, so he's just having a few biscuits at the moment, but I'm sure he'll be back in a minute. So, a cup of tea's going cold. Anyway, next we'll move on to my Saturday stitching, which is still a bit hit and miss on a Saturday. Oh yeah, that's why I missed, oh no, I did stitch something, yeah. Saturday, not only do I struggle stitching because I just don't like this chart, not the pattern, I love the pattern, I love what it's going to look like, it's the chart, it's horrible. But also on a Saturday, I have choir on a Saturday, and now we're able to meet up in person. Oh, he's just gone outside, Charlie. Now we can meet up in person. Unfortunately, the venue's moved and it's right at the top of the village, which on my scooter takes me, my mobility scooter that is, takes me about 15 minutes to get up there, and obviously another 15 minutes back. But then I find choir very tiring anyway because of my problems with my chronic fatigue. Like having to focus that long is a struggle. So when you double that with going out and being with other people, which I'm not very good at, it's very exhausting. So by the time I get back on a Saturday, it's like lunchtime and I'm just shattered. And I tend to sleep most of the afternoon after that. So, but anyway, I have stitched a little bit, but this is what we're talking about. This is Fairy Tale Town. I always want to call it Railway Village for some reason. I don't know why, because there isn't a train on it at all. It could be a village, but there's no trains on it. And I mean, it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's just the chart. And like I said last month, I showed it to my mum. My mum agreed. It's not good. So I'll insert a picture of where we were last time. And this is where we are now. You're probably not going to notice that much of a difference, but I promise I have worked on it. So this is where we are now. And where I've worked has all been up in this background here. but it's so beautiful. I do love it. I do love it. But I mean, I've been working on it. When did I start it? Where's my card? There. Started it on the 27th of January, and that's all I've done. So this is going to take years and years and years and years and years to finish at this rate, because it's so massive, but at least I've done some. I have worked on it, so every little stitch is a stitch closer to finishing. That's what I always say. Sorry if I knocked you there. So yeah, that's that. So next is one of my daily pieces. Well, not, it's my only daily piece. It's my Temperature Garden by Stitching Mummy. And this is stitched on, oh, I forgot to tell you, the last one is stitched on it. The kit came with 14 count white Aida. I substituted it for 18 count white Aida, but using the kit's threads. But yeah, this is stitched on 28 count, something or other, Jovelin, no, Brittany, 28 count Brittany by Jodrey Designs in the colourway Cairns Wing Butterfly. I remembered. And this is where we are this month. So yeah, getting close to the end of the year, guys. I think it'll be here before we know it. But I think I said last month about how rubbish UK summers are, and like that was literally our summer there. We did actually have a brief return to some summer in September, but other than that, the colours have just been, you know, the same as they have been since June, really, just very, very blur, really. But it has started getting colder over the last few days, and like I say, rain, because we've had very little rain. But because in fact we're in my part of the country, we get our tap water from the Lake District, and we've been putting a warning about like how low our water supplies are, so we're meant to be being careful and that and the other. So hopefully all this rain this next week or so will really help. But yeah, anyway, there we are with that. And like I said, next year I'm going to be stitching the butterfly, temperature butterflies that Sarah's brought out. So Sarah's Etsy shop is listed in my description box, as is her YouTube video, if you want to go and watch her. She does lots of like full coverage, but she also does very tiny work, you know, lots of like overworn and on really tiny fabrics. And she did one on some silk gauze, like full coverage on silk gauze. Amazing. No way I could do that. Right, next is the first of my two haids. I did say what I'm doing with my sort of like rotation is with my two haids, I'm doing a page of each. So, you know, a page of one, then swapping, doing a page of that, swapping back, a page of that, and so on and so forth. And I work on those Monday to Friday. So since I last spoke to you, I have finished a page on one, and I've almost so close to finishing a page on the other one. So we'll start off with Ashley Gardens, which the artwork is by Dennis Lewin, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. It's stitched 1/1 on 25 count Murano full cross. I'll insert a picture of what it will look like when it's finished here. And I'll insert a picture of where we were last time here. So since last time I've done, I think it's page 24. Oh, cracky. There we go. Let's see what you see. So I can't hold it up, but this is the page I've done. I think the other page finished about there. So we've got the house and we have a window. Isn't it cute? So yeah, looking lovely. There is more to it under here, but it's only sky, so I'm not going to the trouble, I'm afraid, of unravelling it all. It's only sky. But yeah, and that's the third row of 6, I think. Yeah, something like that. Oh, it's so heavy. Now you see why I don't stitch that in bed. So when I'm not stitching on that, when I've finished a page on that, I am going to my other Heaven and Earth design, which is Unicorn Spring, and the artwork is by David Penfold, I want to say. Why don't I just look? Oh, I'll knock my other one over. So yeah, David Penfold, nearly there. And this is what Unicorn Spring will look like finished in 3 million years time, because it is huge. It's stitch count 625 by 713. It's got 90 colours. I'm doing it on 20 count Ada, 2/1 full cross. So if I was doing it on 25 count, it would be 28.5 inches long and 25 wide. So it's obviously going to be bigger than that. So when I was cutting, like sorting the fabric out, it actually, you're on my dining room table, it more than filled the dining room table. But yes, I'll put a picture of where I was last month here. And here we are now. Just move the needle minder. I can't remember whether that's page 3 or page 4. I think it's page 3, but as you can see, it's more or less finished. I've just got a little bit to fill in there, and then a bit at the bottom. But I was hoping I'd managed to finish it for you, but I didn't quite get there. But this page went really quickly because there was a lot of light white and a light pink. I think it was 819. So 3865 and 819, there was loads of it. So that page went quite quick. So once I've finished off this page, I will flip back to Ashley Gardens. So like I said, if I'm stitching, like if I go to bed at night and I want to take some stitching, I can take this with me to bed because obviously it's manageable. Got a big bulk of fabric there. Oh yes, I did stitch on 20 count, did I? It's easy count, this I think it's called. So that is all of my whips. This is just a future Kerry coming to you with a very soggy Charlie. Just to say, I forgot to tell you all about Mum's whip. So yeah, I better put that in. So Mum is stitching on Mini Snow by Heaven and Earth Designs. I'll put in a picture of where she was last month here. And this is where she is now. So as you can see, she's finished another row and she's plodding on with the next one, which is the last row. So yeah, she'll be through it in no time. So yeah, back to, well, past Kerry for me. Bye. So plan-wise, sorry, I've got hair on my nose. Plan-wise, just carry on really. I said Monday to Friday, alternate pages on the Heaven and Earth Designs. Saturday, when I get back from choir, if I can stay awake, is my Fairy Tale Town. I still want to say Railway Village, Fairy Tale Town. And Sunday is Sal Sunday with Hannah when we do our long dog sampler. And we are both absolutely loving stitching on that long dog sampler. It's something that I never really thought was my kind of thing, but I love it. So I think we've already picked out the one that we're doing after this one. So, because yeah, Sal Sunday will be continuing, I think. Oh, I didn't tell you, on Unicorn Spring, because I can also keep a record of my stitches on that, because that's also on Pattern Keeper. Unfortunately, my other Heaven and Earth design, Ashley Gardens, isn't, because I bought that back in probably 2014. And unfortunately, Michelle at Heaven and Earth Designs doesn't actually carry his charts anymore, so I couldn't get a PDF of it, so that's pen and paper. But on Unicorn Spring, I've not added my stitches. Oh yes, I have. I've done 3,188 stitches, and I've gone from 2.83% to 3.54%, which sounds ridiculously small, but like I said, it's a huge chart. So, excuse me, I've just got a bit of my breakfast stuck in my throat. Right, so next, haul. Not really got any haul to speak of. I did get the Caterpillar cross stitch box, which I've already mentioned I forgot to take a picture of. She has got some spares going on the Caterpillar cross stitch website, and they are at a reduced price. So if you want, you know, the magical mandala that I was just showing you, plus some other little goodies, then go and check her out. The only other thing was some haul that I had from last month, which I forgot to show you. And being the good little Floss tuber that I am, I haven't used it until I showed you. And it's some needle minders, which are also from Caterpillar Cross Stitch, because I love her needle minders. So I got Carlos the Caterpillar, and that just says stitch by stitch. I got the koala. This one she brought out to raise funds for the when they had all the bad wildfires in Australia. And then this cute little gingerbread man, because just look at his face, he's so cute. And then one of her newest ones, which was the bee, and it's so difficult to see on that, it just says be kind on it as well, because I love bees. Well, I mean, butterflies are my main thing nature-wise, but I do love bees as well. And that's all. I've been very good, trying not to spend money. But yeah, so giveaway. Last month, I was giving away, it was a pattern that Mum had decided she didn't want to stitch. It's brand new, unused, and it is by Mystic Stitch, and it's Pink Roses. And the winner of this is Verpi R. Now, Verpi has been watching me since the very beginning, so I'm so pleased that she's won. I have left a comment on your comment, Verpi. I know I've sent something to you before, but I can't find your address, so if you could email me your address, I'll get that off to you. The giveaway for this month is going to be some fabric. And I'm not going to get it out of the package because I will never get it back in, so you're just going to have to take this as it is, really. But this is some 28 count Brittany. It's a fat half, I think, 18 by 26 inches, and it's the August 2019 limited edition, and it's called Bridge Troll. It's a 28 count opal Brittany, and it's sort of like a pinky brownie, beigey kind of look. But if you would like to win this, please leave the word fabric in your comments, and I'll pick a winner for this next month. So other than that, I'd just like to say thank you I do have one special person who supports me on my Buy Me a Coffee page, so thank you so much to you. If you would like to buy me a coffee, it just helps to fund, you know, like the postage for giveaways and stuff like that, then I do have a link in my description box below, and if you do, thank you so much. It means a lot. Thank you to everybody who gives me likes, and thank you if you've subscribed. It means a lot. But yeah, that's it for this month. So I will say happy stitching, and I shall see you all next month. Bye.